Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, coming to you 6 days a week as we interview whitetail experts and hear their traditions and personal stories of the hunt. Learn more about the latest gear, discover proven tips, and the latest strategies so you can make your next hunt a success. Now here's your host, Bruce Hutchin.
Hey folks, welcome to another Iowa Deer Classic Whitetail Rendezvous promo, and I'm with Rick White, and Rick's going to be a seminar speaker coming up March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Iowa Deer Classic. Hey Rick, tell us about the Iowa Deer Classic.
Well, you know, the Iowa Deer Classic is one of those shows that's in Iowa that all the deer hunters go to, and it's in the spring, so there's a lot of turkey hunters that attend as well, and it's been a show that's been around for years, and it's just packed. If you've never been to it, there's all kinds of things to see, and you really just need to come and see, you know, not only from family entertainment, but lots of different seminars and on and on and on. I mean, it's a great family fun event for the weekend for sure.
And what are you going to be talking about there?
I'm doing seminars. I'm doing one Friday, one Saturday, and one Sunday, and I'm doing turkey hunting seminars this year. You know, a lot of people know, but those that don't, I'm an 11-time Iowa State calling champion, and I've won many, many other states and a lot of Grand National stuff. And I'm going to be there speaking about turkey hunting. I've got 41 years of turkey hunting experience, so I've been around the block. Now, I don't know everything there is to know about turkey hunting, or at least I still make mistakes in the turkey woods. And we talk about some of those mistakes and how to overcome it.
Well, that's great. And folks, you know, turkey hunting is coming up, and if you want to hear from one of the best in the country, not just in Iowa, but the best in the country, Rick's going to be there sharing his tips and suggestions, and you're also are going to be at a booth. What booth are you going to be at?
I'm going to be at the Bresser Optics booth. We're going to have 20-foot of booth. We're going to be selling binoculars and scopes and rangefinders, and we've even got birdhouses with cameras in them. We've got everything for the women that like to come and shop, family things, and to the deer and turkey hunters as well.
That's great. So not only is it seminar speaker, but he's going to be talking about optics and how you can pick out the best pair for you for the upcoming turkey season and for the whitetail season. Now, Rick, in your travels around the country and everything, what state do you like to turkey hunt the best in?
You know, I get asked that a lot. And being from Iowa, it's really hard to beat Iowa just because I cut my teeth here. And we have a phenomenal amount of turkeys. But you know what? Anywhere I can go and hunt turkey is a good state. I start down in Florida, then go to Georgia. I love leaving Iowa when we've got snow on the ground and getting down to Florida where the weather's beautiful. But I don't have a favorite place. I mean, Kentucky's beautiful. Florida and Georgia's beautiful. Like I said, anywhere turkey gobbles is a good place for me to go turkey hunting.
Now, I'm thinking you probably have a couple of turkey slams.
I do. I've shot the Grand Slam many times, and you know, I've been fortunate enough to hunt a lot of different states, and I've shot a lot of turkeys over the years for sure.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of fun because, one, you're hunting similar birds but different birds. What's the major difference? Take an Osceola versus a Merriam?
Well, depending on where you're hunting, like take Osceolas for instance. If you're hunting the swamps of Florida, it can be one of the toughest turkeys you'll ever hunt. Now, you get some of those cattle pastures and things like that, it might not be as hard. Having said that, the next day might be a little tougher. But Merriams tend to, at least for me, they tend to be a lot easier to hunt. Mountain birds, they gobble a lot. They come to calls. They're not as spooky. But every turkey has its challenge. Probably one of the hardest turkeys I hunt are Easterns down in the swamps of Georgia and Alabama. I mean, they're some of the hardest turkeys you'll hunt, but about the time you think you've got an easy turkey, you get educated real quick.
Well, yeah, and I just had Jeff Lindsay on, and he was talking about turkey hunting, and he said, if you can call a turkey in, you can call an elk in. Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, elk hunting, when you're hunting during the rut of the elk season, it's a lot like turkey hunting. And if you use some of those similar tactics that you use in the turkey woods, you can be very successful in the elk woods.
So listen to that. And some people get intimidated just because of the West and the size of the mountains. But I've been told that years ago. Wayne Carlton, he was a great turkey hunter, caller, and he just helped explode the calling factor of it and became quite famous because of his abilities in calling. But he started off cutting his teeth on turkeys and just moved it right on over to elk and created, like you yourself, created a career based on calling animals.
Well, he did. And Wayne's a very good friend of mine, and I've hunted with him many times over the years. And I think you'll find that Wayne uses a lot of his turkey tactics in the elk woods as well.
When you think about the little secrets, what are some of the secrets you'd like to share right now that the people, if they come to the Iowa Deer Classic, might not hear?
Well, secrets, you could call them secrets if you want, but just tactics and good strategies. The one thing that I tell people more than anything else, patience. If you'll have patience, patience will kill you more turkeys than anything else you do. Yeah, you have to have the right equipment. You got to know how to shoot your gun. You got to have a good pattern with that gun, and you got to have a good turkey call and sit still and all that stuff. But patience. People make more mistakes getting up and moving on turkeys when they shouldn't, or perhaps up and moving when they should. But 9 times out of 10, if you'll be a little more patient, you'll be a little more successful.
Yeah, that's a lesson that, unfortunately for me, I wasn't patient. I've got a lot of animals I didn't get simply because I wasn't patient. And had I just hung in, I'm talking seconds or just minutes, and all of a sudden that elk shows up or that whitetail shows up or the mule deer or whatever, and it's disheartening. You go, why did I do that?
Oh, yeah. I tell people when you think it's time to get up and move, and whether you're going to lunch or you don't have anything working right now and you're going to try and go get on one, if you'll make a call and sit down and wait about 30 minutes without doing anything else. Now, you need to watch to do this because 30 minutes in the turkey woods without a watch is about 5 minutes. But if you'll sit for 30 minutes, you'll be amazed how many turkeys will come in within that 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think I could learn how to do that when I'm deer hunting, when I know I'm where I'm supposed to be, everything's right, and they're just not there, and you give up on yourself, and then all of a sudden you come back and you see tracks, or you check your trail camera, and you go, geez, he was waiting for me to get down. Literally. Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah, and one other thing, and not everybody likes hunting turkeys out of blinds. I understand that. Blinds almost, to some people, they say it's cheating a little bit, but it's a great tool, and it's a great tool if you're taking a kid on their first hunt or somebody that doesn't have the patience and can't sit still. It's a great tool as well, and it's also a great tool if you're hunting in an area where you don't have cover. But blinds, and I talk about all these things in my seminars, blinds and decoys and the right pattern, the right gun, right choke, all these things. But blinds can definitely make you a more successful turkey hunter too if you decide you want to use them.
What about hunting turkeys out of a blind with a crossbow? Have you seen that done, or have you done that?
Oh, absolutely. I personally have never shot a turkey with a crossbow. I've shot a lot of turkeys with a bow, with a compound bow, but I know lots of people that have used crossbows. And absolutely, whether you're in a blind, in fact, hunting out of a blind with a crossbow, to me, would be a lot easier than hunting with a compound. But I've shot many turkeys, and I know lots of guys that have, with a compound bow, not being in a blind. You just got to pick the right time to draw your bow. It's a little tougher.
I think it's a lot tougher because it's typically not just one set of eyes. I mean, if you got a tom up there strutting and you got a couple of hens working, all of a sudden it's like trying to sneak up on some antelope or a herd of elk. It's like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because they got me pinned and I can't move.
Well, exactly. And blinds also keep you out of the weather. If the weather's not real nice, if it's rainy or something, you can still go out and hunt and enjoy the hunt. And I film almost all my hunts. And one of the reasons that I hunt out of blinds a lot, and my cameramen might argue with me a little bit, but I've got camera guys that can't sit still. Now, I've been doing it a long time. I know when to move and when not to move. But those camera guys, they just don't know. Plus the fact that you have all this big equipment that you're trying to hide and not move. And you have to film the turkey, so you have to move the camera with the turkey. And a lot of times blinds just give you an advantage to doing that as well.
Well, I get that. And unfortunately, I do have a habit of eating a lot or drinking. I love my hot tea. You reach over and you're getting the thermos and stuff like that, and it falls. There's a lot of movement in my blind, and it covers up a lot of sins. I guess that's what I like to say.
That's right. Hey, that's all part of it right there. You might as well, if you're going to go out and hunt, you might as well enjoy it. And if you want to be comfortable and you want to take your coffee or some snacks and that kind of thing, just to keep you out in the woods that much longer and make it more enjoyable, hey, that's a great thing.
Say, what's one thing that you know about hunting whitetails today that you wish you knew 5 years ago?
Well, 5 years ago, I'm not doing things a whole lot different than I'm doing now, to be honest with you. But take me back 30 years ago when I didn't used to rely on scent elimination products, for instance. And I didn't even play the wind when I was a kid. I didn't know any better. But knowing that scent elimination products are out there and knowing how to use them has been a big factor in a lot of my success and finding the right products that work better. And believe it or not, there are some scent elimination products out there that are a lot better than some of the others that are out there. But I've learned a lot in the past years of when I can move, when I can draw my bow, when I shouldn't draw my bow, what arrow, my equipment, what I should shoot, and what poundage I should shoot comfortably to be more accurate. So I've worked on a lot of those types of things and kind of fine-tuned those in the last 5 years and kind of keep updated with a lot of the equipment that's out there now. And it's made me a better deer hunter for sure, just on those things.
That's great. And wrapping it up here, again, let's talk about the seminars that you're doing and the date of the Iowa Deer Classic.
Well, the Deer Classic is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of March. I'm doing a seminar. I know I have one at 4:30 on Friday. I don't remember the times on Saturday and Sunday, but I have one each day. And then after the seminars and obviously before, I'll be over at the Bresser booth. We've got some great deals on some great products. So the folks can catch me in the seminar, and then they can also catch me in the Bresser booth. And I would absolutely love and spend time talking with the folks, whether it's a turkey hunt that you want to talk about or a deer hunt or just stop and say hi. And it's a great show and a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the people that come.
And you just said they can stop by and say hi, and you're always good for an autograph, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And we've got a lot of neat things. And I've got the last 2 years of our turkey videos. We've done a turkey video the last 2 years, and I'll have videos there as well if anyone's interested. And that's, to me, what gets me fired up before turkey season is sitting down and watching a turkey video. I remember doing that years ago, and they're harder to find nowadays. Not a lot of people doing them like they used to. But, boy, if I can sit down and watch a turkey hunt on TV before season, that puts me in the mood, I'll tell you that.
That gets you all fired up, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Well, Rick White, thank you so much for taking time this afternoon to do this promo for Iowa Deer Classics. And yourself, Rick White's going to be at Iowa Deer Classic doing seminars on the wily turkey. Thanks so much, Rick.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, where you can listen and learn from the experts so you can be more successful on your next hunt. Until next time, listen, learn, and succeed.